Alright, Shalom Israel. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWAHSHI, Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders that I learned this truth from, the men at GMS and the brethren with the like-minded doctrine. Salaki, I'm late with this video because today is is going on right now. This wicked holiday, Halloween, demonic holiday. I have a video right here. It's just a brief video on the background of this holiday. Basically, is pagan and it's a wicked holiday, nonetheless. But and it has nothing to do with the Bible. But these holidays, um, a lot of these Christian churches celebrating this has nothing to do with the customs of the customs of our people, which are you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is something that we never practice, and this is of the heathen. This is a custom of the heathen. So I'm gonna just play this and bring some scriptures out.
When most people think of Halloween, they think of trick-or-treating, parades, bobbing for apples, and other family-friendly activities. But bet you didn't know the true story behind the ancient origins of Halloween. It all goes back some 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival known as Samhain, celebrated on November 1st. On the night before Samhain, people believed that the dead returned as ghosts. They would leave food and wine on their doorsteps to keep roaming spirits at bay, and wear masks when they left the house so they would be mistaken for fellow ghosts. The Christian church turned Samhain into All Saints' Day, or All Hallows, in the 8th century. The night before became All Hallows' Eve, later shortened to Halloween. You've heard of trick-or-treating on Halloween, but what about souling or guising? All three of these traditions originated in medieval Britain. On All Souls' Day, November 2nd, the needy would beg for pastries known as soul cakes. In return, they would pray for people's dead relatives. This was called souling. In the medieval Halloween tradition of guising, young people would dress up in costume and accept food, wine, money, and other offerings in exchange for singing, reciting poetry, or telling jokes. In 19th century America, Irish and Scottish immigrants revived these old traditions. The result was trick-or-treating. At first, it was much more about the tricks, in the form of pranks and hijinks, than the treats. It wasn't until the 1950s that the custom took on its current family-friendly, kid-centered form. Today, Halloween is big business, with U.S. consumers spending more than $2.5 billion on costumes annually. Add in the candy, and it's estimated that Americans spend up to $6 billion on Halloween each year, making it the second most commercial holiday after Christmas. So whether you're a fan of tricks, treats, or trivia, there's a bit of Halloween history. We bet you didn't know!
Well, that's the end. You see, that's a pagan holiday, and not once did they say any reference of the Bible. But nonetheless, a lot of these people that say they believe in the Bible, they celebrate this demonic holiday. Originated from Slovakia. It originated from paganism, and then they says the church, which was probably not the church of the Bible, but the Roman Catholic Church, adopted it and changed it, modified it or whatever, so however they wanted it fit. But and also at the end, what they do, they try to make it appealing to children. So the scripture says not to let your children pass through the fire, or the sacrifice your children and pass them through the fire. Oh yeah, I have it right here. I already pulled up, so I can. This is Second Chronicles chapter 33, started at verse 6, and it says, It says, and he calls his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son, in the valley of the son of Hinnon. Also, he observed times, which this is on the path through the fire. This is during this time it means like a spiritually love. But back in that time, there was actually burning children to these demons or these idols. You know, like Molech, for example, or Balaam, or Slaki Baal. I'm gonna read it again. Second Chronicles 33:6, and it says, "He causes his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnon. Also, he observed times and used enchantments and used witchcraft and dealt with a familiar spirit and with wizards, and he wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord YAHAWAHSHI to provoke him to anger." See, this is what Manasseh did, king of Judah. So, this is a custom of the heathen, that that was practiced, that's something that we ain't supposed to do. So I'm gonna go to verse 7 too, and it says that he said a carving image was what they do with those pumpkins. They carve these pumpkins, and that's an image. You put that as representation, of an idol, because that is there's a I don't know in detail what this pumpkin represents, but it represents some type of form of some idol, and it has its own significance in that pagan custom Halloween. And it says, and he set up a carved image, the idol which he had made in the house of God, YAHAWAHSHI, in which Yahweh has said to David and to Simon his son, in this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen before all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever. So these graven images or carved images, just like that pumpkin, that's a carved image that has some type of its own significance, or its own ideology in Halloween of representation of an idol. So and then also, and then, they dress the kids up in all these ghouls and goblins and witches, you know, and the scripture said not to suffer a witch to live. In Exodus 22:18, it says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." In this pagan holiday, they teach the kids that it's okay to be a witch, ghouls and goblins. And, they practice witchcraft. They do a lot of demonic things on this day here. These these what you call them, Illuminati's, or these high these elite. They do a lot of witchcraft and a lot of sacrifices, and a lot of demonic activity goes on during this time. A lot of people get kidnapped, and a lot of wickedness goes on around on this day. I think I want to get something else too. Oh yeah, partakers of the devil, partakers of the yeah. It says First Corinthians 10:21, it says, "Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord YAHAWAHSHI and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils." So a lot of these, that's true. That's one of the costumes that they have a lot their kids in. Our people, this is this is strictly for our people anyway. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We don't supposed to be following the customs of the heathen, which I'm gonna get that too. That they a lot of kids, they dress them up as devils, witches, ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. Just straight wicked, man. You know. And what did it say? Yeah, the customs of the heathen. It's in Jeremiah. It might be the ways. I think it's the ways. Yeah, way. So like it. Yeah, on Jeremiah 10 and verse 2, and it says, "Thus saith the Lord YAHAWAHSHI, learn not the way of the heathen." We don't supposed to learn the way of the heathen. These customs, pagan holidays and customs of the heathen. We have our own celebrations and feast days, which nobody celebrate these things. Even these in these so-called churches, they don't celebrate none of the feast days or none of the celebrations that the Bible talks about. You know, and you can't even count that Easter, which that's supposed to be the Passover, but but it's a custom. It's a pagan custom. They call it Easter. So in actuality, this is of the world, and I think I got it pulled up here. That Halloween, like we supposed to be separate from the world. Like all these celebrations and everything, they are worldwide customs or worldwide celebrations. And that's what it says here. I got it already pulled up. It says, although it stems from religious beliefs, it is still celebrated today by many people of different religious backgrounds. Halloween is celebrated differently in several countries and around the world. Many countries have different names for the celebration and do not celebrate on October the 31st. So this is a worldly thing. This is of the world. Halloween is of the world. Just like the rest of these customs, Christmas, Thanksgiving, they are all worldly customs, and we're supposed to be. It says Yahweh, we're supposed to be separate. Be ye separate from the world. You know. So these I'm not trying to make this video too long, but this is a pagan custom or worldly custom of the heathen that our people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, this has nothing to do. This is the whole reason why we in the situation that we in now. We by disobeying the commandments of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, not following the laws of the Bible. The Most High gave us a commandment not to follow the ways of the heathen, but our people, they stiff neck. They wanna do as the heathen, man. You know. So I'm not trying to make this video too long. You know, I want to say call Halayim La Yahawah by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kakadash. And Shalom to the next time, Yahweh Rathazah, which means Lord willing, and Wah Baba Ball.